This is from CGTN, and where China slams U.S. free speech charade in new report. The Chinese Foreign Ministry released a new report on Thursday in which it slammed the U.S. for its rhetoric around freedom of speech, given its well-documented record violations of free speech, not only at home but also abroad. Incorporating a number of opinion polls and media reports, the report stated that the freedom of speech in the U.S. is not worthy of the name, while the U.S. manipulates freedom of speech domestically and in foreign countries. Citing a 2022 national poll conducted by the NYT and Siena College, the report noted that 66% of participants say that they do not believe that Americans enjoy free speech, while that's because they're conditioned to be little bitches. Oh, no, you can't say that. You can't say that. Well, fucker, the First Amendment gives me the right to say that.
Exactly.
While 46% say that American society is far less free to talk about politics compared with a decade ago due to the political polarization and political violence. Not to mention how they have used the pandemic to even deepen the polarization. They have used Russiagate, which was started in 2013 and 14 by the U.S. CIA.
Yeah.
The report listed the U.S. crackdown on TikTok as a violation of freedom of speech at a time when the House of Reps on Wednesday passed a bill that could lead to a ban against TikTok. Several U.S. free speech organizations had pointed out earlier that the potential ban on TikTok would have serious impact on free speech and digital domain, which violated the rights of the American people according to the First Amendment, said the report. Well, why don't TikTok just declare that they're a corporation and corporation is people so that they can get the Citizens United treatment? In recent years, bans on words and books in the U.S. have seriously interfered with freedom of speech on campus, the report said. Censorship of banned books in public and schools has expanded rapidly since 2021, it said, adding that between January 2021 and February 2022, Republican lawmakers introduced more than 150 state-level laws that restrict teachers from discussing issues like race and social justice in the classroom, also censor and track the teacher speech. And also, they have censored LGBTQIA issues as well. A survey amongst 45,000 undergrads from 208 universities found that 22% of students felt they were often unable to speak on certain issues. Race, gun control, the COVID-19 pandemic, anti-discrimination actions, and abortion have all become minefields of discussion and expression, the report noted. The Foreign Ministry also stated the U.S. manipulates freedom of speech in other countries to maintain its hegemony. They do that all the time, and we have Zionist hegemony that is suppressing our free speech here as well.
Mm-hmm.
Under the guise of freedom of speech, the U.S. viciously attacks and smears China. The report said, noting that some U.S. politicians have wantonly fabricated false statements such as the Chinese virus and Wuhan virus narratives, which we know that shit come from Dr. Fauci.
Yes.
The report pointed out that in August 2022, the Stanford Internet Observatory revealed a network of interconnected accounts on social media platforms that use deception to promote pro-Western rhetoric in regions such as the Middle East and Central Asia. They also do the same thing in Southeast Asia, not just Central Asia as well. Touting that the U.S. government and attacking and spearing countries such as China, Russia, and Iran. Some accounts also use AI technology to create fake personal profiles and spread disinformation, which there's a difference between dis and miss. In the international arena, the U.S. is daydreaming about continuing to speak for all, obstructing the decentralization of international relations and hegemonic practices, destroying the international public environment with smear campaigns, and diluting the international community with self-glorified images and high-sounding rhetoric, said the report. And that's all, folks.
Yeah.
And somebody right here commented, and this was like a few hours ago, said that it's very well said. If you were not voicing the State Department's propaganda, you're likely to find yourself without a vehicle to share your opinions. It's scandalous. Chief Among also called independent media the NYT is nothing.